Hello, my friend, wherever you are. I'm sending you love, the power of positivity, and vitamin D somewhere out there. But it is raining or overcasting right now, and we are still in Chetumal, Mexico. Today is a Thursday, 28th or 29th, but we'll be here for another 4 or 5 days, and then we will head over to Oaxaca. And I heard that Oaxaca is a beautiful, beautiful city. It's about is not south of it is south of Mexico City. It's about 5.5 hours to 6 hours if you take the bus. And I just finished working out, and we are going to head to the park. But while I was working out, because let's talk a little bit about Bitcoin, okay, or the cryptocurrency market. Just touch base. But right now we are hovering around at 40K, and I know not a lot. I can't say a lot, but when people say invest in long term, is basically means that we know that the purchasing power of the dollar is going to decline from here. The way that we print out money is going to obliterate the system.
Inflation.
Oh, I said that word right. And with the politics in America. Oh, by the way, congratulations, Elon, for owning Twitter now, which is pretty cool. I hope he can make some changes on there. It seems like he is the new Donald Trump. He's the new target. Regardless of how you feel about President Trump, he did what he did the best that he could. Imagine being up there, because when you're up there, it's just like, man, the attacks are vicious. And, just based on what they did to him, and look at what they're doing to Elon right now. Now, whether you believe that Elon is the good guy or the bad guy, yes, I know that for him to have billions of dollars, he gotta, somehow work with the Elliots, and I get it. But people do what they can wherever they are, and I try to see the good in people, because if I don't do that, it means that humanity is doomed. If we don't try to see the good in people, and when they make the effort to do so, man, it's just gonna put everyone in a bad spot. So that is where we are currently at. Now, with the Bitcoin situation, long term, meaning that, are you in it for 5 years, 10 years? 3 to 5 is pretty good enough. And, and I think the most craziest thing about cryptocurrency is that it can drop 90 to 99%. That was back then. But as far as with all the adoption of Fidelity, micro strategy, with Tesla, and then we have individual billionaires that are involved. And I feel like, yes, market, the crypto market, it goes up and down, but it really depends on the hodlers, because that's that what keep the price stable.
Are you for real?
And as far as I don't know much about this crypto space. I pay attention to it. For me, as a long term holding. And yes, if the market does go down 90%, it does affect my investment, because based on collateral loan, I mean, I can pay it off, but then it does, I would have to wait for a long period of time, But regarding why it will hurt me personally, simply because I am waiting for my St. Kitts and Nevis passport. And I would, everything is approved and I asked the lawyer to see if they can extend the the investment payment, because crypto is at all-time low right now, and it's like, for me, it's like I don't want to sell it. The only reason why I sell it because I want to invest in my freedom. Now, freedom is going to be the next talking point, which leads to part of this video. Ever since I'm in Mexico, even though I pay attention to the politics in Mexico, in the US, but not so much, like I don't care as much, right? Because the moment I start focusing on my freedom, because with politics, with everything that's happening with Donald Trump and then Elon, and even before that, it's like we're living in a world where it's like everything is backwards. Meaning, it's like, evil people will come out and act like they're angels that are sent from above, and then all the people that are, that are being sarcastic, funny, they're trying to make a point, and it's just like, everything is a mess.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
And, I want to encourage you to travel and search for your freedom, right? Because I feel like being in Mexico for the last 2-3 months now, I love it. Like I'm starting to fall in love with Mexico. If somebody were to offer me like a passport here, I would probably say yes. And when I say probably, meaning, I don't understand the tax system yet. I don't know about the investment side of it, whether the laws is going to be hard for personal investors, and just a bunch of things that I want to figure out. And the reason why I picked St. Kitts and Nevis, simply because I want to travel and there's no personal income tax. And if that aligned with what I'm doing, because while building my personal brand, I still need some kind of income. Like right now, I don't have any income from my personal brand or making video. I'm just building my brand. So I have to, outside of, other than making video, I have to learn or find a way how I can, produce income. And that's where cryptocurrency, kind of helped me with that, with the money situation. And for me, I feel like I don't know much about Mexico, but just being here, like I love the people, I love the temperature, and I love the freedom. It's just like, I guess I don't pay I guess I don't pay attention to politics in Mexico. So for me, it's just kind of like, whatever. But when I was in the US, it's like no matter which direction you turn to, it's going to be about politics.
Grab him by the pussy.
and and for me, I guess the last time when I went back to Seattle, that was the final goodbye to my family. I have no intention of going back to the United States. I'm just waiting for my investment to grow, and then I want to get that $150K and get the St. Kitts and Nevis passport, and still able and still do my travel. The reason why I can't do it right now, it means because if I were to pay that $150, it means that would be all of my investment. And what would I do once I get the passport? Right? I can't really do much. I can't really maneuver if I don't have that amount of money set on the side. So that's why when it comes to long term, it's like if I didn't have the St. Kitts and Nevis, whatever. Like if I choose to stay in the United States, fine. I can live with that. But the fact that I want to get out of the United States, I want to be able to travel, because what I saw, with the country for the last 4 or 5 years, it doesn't align with my belief system, and it doesn't help me evolve as an individual where I can do my business, grow my business, where I can bring value to to my community, wherever that's gonna be, right?
Check out my nipple.
And I'm at the stage where I'm just exploring, going one place to another, and then share my personal journey with you so that you can kind of like, oh, okay, this is what he's doing, blah 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 blah. And I also kind of point to, if you want to follow cryptocurrency, there are people that I follow, and I just kind of do what they do. I pay attention to the macro market, but some of the people that I follow, and I do what they do because they live and they breathe this space. That's all it is. And I feel like, when I get the same kits and Nevis, that will open up more doors. I can meet more people that are in the crypto space, that are, nomads, that are, like global citizens, because those are the people that I want to meet. And if I want to grow my business internationally, that's the route that I want to go. And as far as, Mexico is not a bad place, not at all. I love the place, love the weather, love the people, and living expenses are very doable compared to the US. And I feel like for me, it's like, by the way, with the food shortages that's gonna happen, or because of China, what's happening with China, they're locking down their citizens, which is not going to be able to produce like goods for country that they have been imported to, and there is going to be a disruption in the supply chain. Now with Mexico, it's crazy because people have chickens in their backyard. People grow their own vegetables. So even if there is a disruption in supply chain, you'll do just fine in Mexico, okay?
Did you know that the only crazy person at a mental hospital is the doctor?
I've been to Merida, Cancun, Chetumal, and Oaxaca, and when I get there, I'm gonna show you. But the culture here is rich. If you come, you gotta visit, like cenote. I think they have like 9,000, which is like sinkholes, water, and they, like Cancun and Tulum, Playa del Carmen. Those are very tourist-like. So if you are like, if you are a tourist kind of person, they pretty much they have every category for you to fit in. However you want to live your life. But for me, I'm going to pursue what I set out to pursue in the very beginning, and that is the St. Kitts and Nevis passport. So that's the direction that I'm heading. And while I'm waiting, for that to happen, for me to put in the payment, I'm just here enjoying, living on like a minimalist. I mean, how I would live anyway, but here I get to save more money. And I get to enjoy my time, my freedom, get to learn different culture. And I suggest you do the same thing if you have an opportunity, because I'm glad that I'm able to get out of the United States, even though I pay attention when I watch YouTube and stuff like that, but it doesn't because like when I turn off YouTube and I go out there, people speak different language. I'm in a whole different country, and it's just like, I love it. Okay, that's all I can say.
A common guy with a common life, I'm done flexing.
So my friend, wherever you are, I'm sending you love. I know there are multiple topics in this video with the, where we are with the cryptocurrency, long-term, short-term investment, the United States, Elon purchasing Twitter, and what's been happening for the last like 5-6 years now, I think. And it just, if you can get your mind and focus on your life, try to find, ways that you can achieve your maximum potential. And and I can see that I can definitely spread my wings, start a business, have international connections, build international connections, and I have value to deliver to the marketplace, and that's how I'm gonna make my living. So my friend, much love. Share me your story. Let me know where you are at on your journey. which part of the country, which country do you live in? And use the hashtag Gazillionaires Club, and we will get this conversation going, my friend. So much love, and I will see you in the next video. Ta-da!